Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jamie. This will be a reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This definitely will not resonate with every single Cancer out there. This will fit a very specific psychological profile. You will know if it's you immediately off of the oracle cards. If it is, then this is just to help you more self-aware of a pattern and to see how to cope or change. Cross watchers, you are welcome. This may be very helpful in helping you to deal with a Cancer person and maybe to better understand them. Again, I just want folks to be more self-aware so they can make the changes they feel necessary. Never be offended by anything said in these readings. I do offer private personals. The information's in the description below, as well as the pinned section of the comments. I've also linked in there some of our channel members' dream works. There's some artwork, a nonprofit organization, so definitely check those out. And I featured some other readers in my channel, so make sure to show them some love. And if you are a Cancer person and you're still not aware, or you have a Cancer Sun, Moon, or Rising, you can check me out on Lips of Wisdom Tarot. Do Cancer readings pretty much every day there. If you feel like this is not your psychological profile, come back again next week. I'll do another. You may find it there. Some of you may find this is just a profile that you deal with in another person. Either way, it should be pretty helpful. Show me the profile for Cancer, please. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, so we have introvert, oriented towards private internal world of one's thoughts and feelings as opposed to the outer world of people and things. We have stalking, following, or obsessing a person in an obsessive or intrusive way. Impulsive, displaying behavior characterized by no forethought, reflection, or consideration of consequences, even when involving risk. And we have materialism, measuring one's personal achievements and success with material goods and luxuries. So, however this is resonating here, we have someone who prefers to sort of stay inside but look at the outside world, I would say. I feel like the outer world may feel intrusive to you. You have like, you know, some... I don't know if this is even really stalking. You know, I feel like this is more... the one's view of the outside world is still from inside, if that makes sense. There could also be like here, so there could be like a shopping impulse or something here, or there could just literally be like, you know, impulse control problems. Like you may have some behavioral issues. Or you could be dealing with someone like this. Like what I have is somebody who stays in the house and watches other people all day as a way to sort of compare or compete their life. And I feel like because they're obsessed with materialism and how everybody else is doing, this is the type of person that would, you know, actually spend money until they were broke just to look a certain way. It's giving me someone who doesn't have a good sense of self and others. You know, this person could have like a pretty severe like personality problem or disorder, or just the traits thereof. It kind of gives me, you know, like if anyone knows like the true like definition of like narcissistic personality disorder, it would look kind of something like this, where there's like delusional thinking about like one's status and what they really have versus like reality. And this person basically will sort of like, hide away so that nobody, like nobody can get inside their little space to sort of like break, to be able to break the fantasy, to say, like, most narcissistic people think of them as like very outgoing and friendly, and that's true for a grandiose narcissist, but there are the more covert narcissists who, really, and this would go with like people that have like addiction problems too. They sort of have these more introverted, I don't want anyone to find out who I really am or what I really do, because I want the outside world to perceive me as something perfect, this materialism. So it's giving me that like feeling of not being enough and only being enough in this like fantasy delusion space. And again, take it how it resonates, because somebody here really does have a fear of like the outside world ever figuring out how they really do live internally. Whoever this person though that is though, like it's giving that narcissistic vibe though, where it's like they also just kind of like, they watch people and they're always looking for like other people's pain so that, like they can feel better about themselves. There's something like really here with that, where it's like, oh, well, at least I'm better than them, But like if you were to go inside this person's reality, like a lot of narcissistic people are like, 40 and living at their mom's house, versus who they look like to, the general public. There's like something kind of to do with that, and I don't know if this is you and you are aware of this, that you are like this, or if this is someone that you deal with in your life that is like this. Maybe you were raised by people like this, I don't know, but somebody is so concerned with how the outside world views them that they actually stay inside so that nobody ever gets a glimpse of like who they really are outside of perfection. And I feel like with the stalking and impulsive, I don't know, it could be even like a dangerous person, really, this person almost, it's kind of giving too with stalking, impulsive, and materialism. They could like stalk prey, like, so when I'm saying like true narcissism, it's like, these folks wouldn't be interested. I don't know how to, there's two different types, one is very outgoing and extroverted, and then there's the very introverted type that really like live in a lie, this is the type of person that you also can't really break from that fantasy. I don't know, it's something with it here. Because I'm also getting with that like impulsive and stalking, like they may do like rash things and then sort of like watch people after. It's giving like that narcissistic hover thing. So I don't know. We have death, the 5 of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups, the 8 of Pentacles, the 7 of Swords, the Page of Cups. 7 of Cups is the overall here. Excuse me. I have a King of Swords here too. So for a lot of you, it's like some of you really had to like, I don't know, somebody is very, like I said, a little delusional, a little delulu here with that 7 of Cups. But that is being broken with this Death card and the 5 of Pentacles. I think reality is setting into somebody as their I feel like this person already, the reason that they act, you could be, whatever reason you're here, somebody here acts like this. And I feel like they hurt people with these actions, and I feel like they did I do feel like this was, like the classic, you know, idealizing, devaluing, discarding, right? The 10 of Cups, death, 5 of Pentacles. I feel like this is more like somebody's dealing with per se romantically, because I feel like there's definitely like some stalking going on. Somebody's like hyper fixated. And maybe overly emotional here. There's I feel like, somebody who just deals in shallow ass connections. They start off with this idealized fantasy. Classic, right? For severe personality disorders. Classic. And it starts off with this idealized, like, like love bombing phase. And then it very shortly after, once you start to see somebody's true colors, becomes a fucking train wreck, you know? But in these devaluing situations, it's pretty horrific, right? If nobody's ever been through that before, if somebody hasn't sat in front of you and like body shamed you and told you every failure you ever had and how much of a piece of dog shit you really were, despite the fact that you had done nothing to them, then you probably have never dated a true narcissist, right? It's like a real cut down effect. You become nothing to this person. So I feel like somebody is not very emotionally mature. I feel like there's a lot of delusional thinking. This could also be a warning to Cancer people. Like, if you've dealt with somebody like this, just so you know, somebody is fucking obsessed. They're definitely stalking you. And this person is impulsive. So if you're like doing really well in life, and for a lot of you, you are, you can almost expect some weird shit here with the 7 of Swords. Then again, I feel like a lot of you already expect some weird shit. I don't know. However this relates, somebody is, they really have a pathology that can be sort of dangerous, but I feel like whoever they're dealing with already knows how to work with that. The King of Swords, how to set boundaries, how to not react. You see how that bird is his second eye? Choosing to have that sword sheathed. This is a level of unbothered that most kings and most decks really are not. So I do, I just feel like somebody somewhere is dealing with somebody who really is not a pleasant energy, a very intrusive, invasive, impulsive, shallow motherfucker. Whether it's, and I'm sorry, Cancer, if that's you, but somebody really needs to be aware of that type of pattern. Like, honestly, even tarot, like, I wouldn't say watching tarot is stalking somebody, because if you're watching, for your sign or your placements, yeah. But if you like really cross watch, like, you gotta, one, be careful with that, because you don't know the other person's story. So, you can get yourself really confused. But for some people, it really is like stalking people on like social media, or you're being stalked in that type of way from somebody who sits in the house and pretends that they, are something that they're not, or sees you as some type of like challenge or competition. Like, I feel like it's a predatory person. And honestly, a lot of cross watchers are going to be like, no, that's a Cancer. And a lot of Cancers are going to be like, it's my ex. So I feel like there's going to be a mix up of who this really resonates with there. In the advice, we have opportunities unfurl like a fern, even without warm sunlight. You might have, you might have taken the one opportunity that you had to get away from this person. I don't know. There's something with that. We have strength. When your roots are deep, you need not fear the storm. You know what? Maybe, and even further, like maybe I'm dealing with some cancers that are like, I am a narcissist and I date narcissists and this is how you treat a narcissist. And I know because I am a narcissist, you know, or maybe you're not like a narcissist. You could be like, I have BPD. I can be just as narcissistic as the next motherfucker, you know, somebody, somebody took an opportunity to show somebody just how fucking weak they're not. And now somebody else is like stuck, like, you know, hiding in the shadows, like just watching. And it's giving creep energy. It's really creepy. All right, close this out for me. Honestly, all these other readings were pretty pleasant. As soon as we get to Cancer, it's like, of course. And what's crazy is I know so many Cancer people. Like, I know Cancer people that would just like have dated this motherfucker. You know what I mean? And really thought they were in love with him too. And then I know Cancers that like are this motherfucker. Like, so it's all right. So to close it out, we have Humpback Whale Singer. Sing healing songs for the world. Your inner navigation always guides you. Nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. Align with your purpose and the power in your soul. Yeah, I think that's what somebody is being forced to sit back and watch someone else do, is like really win, you know, get what their dream is coming true, something like that. But it's all about having the correct reaction, not responding to things, you know, there's something with it. So I feel like that really was more like a reading for both watchers and cross watchers. All right, I'm out of here, guys. See you later.